What's going on? I basically have been having way too much fun filming, right? I've decided that we are gonna decorate the inside of this castle that I built. There is a tutorial for it, and I'll probably also do a showcase as well, probably even before this, who knows. This is what it's like on the outside. Boom. So we're going to start with building the dungeon, yeah? Now, let's see what the closest thing we can have to a dungeon is. Tell you what, I have an idea. We could build a fence like this. Or is that a bit too over the top? Also, can I trap villagers inside of this building? Because that would be ideal. But then would they just spawn out? Who knows? Let's try and get some. I think, for the sake of hygiene, it'd be nice to have a white floor all the way along, because it just makes it stand out a bit. So I want the cells to look horrible, broken, have bits of mud and all that. So we have a volunteer here to be a prisoner. Would you like to be a prisoner? That's a prison looking bed. So live in my village, please. Thank you. Right now, we'll just do it out another floor. So ironically, I could have just used 16s, but it is what it is. Because there isn't any internal walls in this pack, which is very frustrating. The only thing I can do is use external walls, which is fine because I haven't put the floor down yet. Although all of these walls are upside down, so that makes it tricky. No, I feel like it looks weird without a floor though. I feel like I should, like, by law put a floor down there. So let's just find a really disgusting floor. It will be a starter shack floor. We're just going to fill in what we can, and where it's missing floor, that can just be part of the design, can't it? We don't want it to be pleasant at all, do we? It's kind of slowly turning into like a luxury prison because now there's just so much more room. Smell it. Do you really need a toilet? It can be right near your bed, so you have to just smell it. And then if you want to wash your hands, here is a bucket. There you go. Tell you what, I'm just going to bring these forwards. Don't really have to do it, but it's just going to irritate me if it's not all proper, so. Put this wall in the wrong place. So I did this method because it looked alright, but it was so much more hassle than what it's worth. So I'll show you how I've done it, but there's no point in bothering because I just delete it and do something way better later on. So this is the standard royal pole that you get with the Majestic Manor starter kit. So it's a free build piece, and it's also good because you can jump through it as well, which means that the villagers can still get in and out, which is annoying. So I'm going to be trapped, but ultimately they're never going to stay in their cell. They'll just spawn out of it. So these work perfectly. So off camera, I just mirrored the existing cell, but you'll see me doing that on the opposite side because it's all symmetrical, so just bear with me. Right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror this over here, and you can see the process of it. This is looking very dungeony. Now, I'm going to do the rest of the walkway. So the punishment for being in this prison is you have to work the stone crusher, which is meant to be the hardest job. And then you've got all this other room for exercise and whatever. The best part about having these bars is that the villagers can actually get in and out, but when they're like asleep and stuff, it looks like they're stuck in prison, yeah? So now we've got that, let's build the warden area. Right, so this is where the person who's like supervising them would hang out. What are you doing? You should be stuck there. Right, what's going on? So after editing the video, I realized that I might need a little bit more decoration just to make the cells look a bit more cramped because they're so big. So what I've done is I tried to bring a boulder in, that just smashed through the wall. So don't do that. So then all I've done is just put more boxes and more stuff just to make it look more cramped and crammed. So I'll speed through that, show you that, and then we'll finally do a little showcase. Right, we are back, and I'm very excited to... Oh, what has happened here? Right, well, what I was going to say is I'm very excited to be able to show you the inside of this dungeon now that it's actually finished and do a bit of a tour. But we've had something break, so let's fix that. Right, so that is the owner of this castle. That is Crafty. He is a prisoner for crimes against telling porcupines online. So this is your door. It's nice and gloomy, so we'll go in. You can either go left or right. I'm going to go left for now. So you've got the cells here. Obviously, these stone breakers are forms of torture for the prisoners. There is only 4 cells, but you know, you can just cram as many people in as you want, I'm honest. I didn't want to waste too many villagers on this base, so I've just sort of left it as it is. Ah, don't start that. These giant things up here are supposed to be like air for ventilation and that. I've deliberately left this dark so that it's like depressing and dungeony. The only lights are on the outside here. So obviously you've got a toilet and all that sort of stuff, and a bed and all the amenities, whatever it is, the stuff that they need. And then you walk through here, you've got your nice torches. Every cell is pretty much the same. I've just decorated them slightly differently. We do have one prisoner here serving his sentence. Naughty boy. Right, you, Crafty, need to get back in your cell. No, not... Okay, right. Any cell will do, I guess. You've got these 2 little statues here to sort of guard. Again, another cell just full of more decorations and that. And the bed layouts and that are all pretty much the same. And again, these are good because if I was to trap the prisoners in here, they would just spawn outside. So it's good that they have these bars, because what will happen is they can get in and out whenever they need. And then it sort of looks like they're in their cell. This is a giant hole. Do you know what? I'm just going to leave that for now. I'll do that off camera. And finally, this is the guard post. So it's got these nice little rope chain things here blocking some of the entrances. You're not supposed to be here, buddy. But this is their desks where they can sit down, do the paperwork, all that boring stuff. They've got a sword in case things kick off, and a shield as well. Although, by the way that it's running, he can just grab the sword and kill us. So it's a little bit of roleplay. And then you've got just general decorations and that, to be honest. And that is it. Yeah, I went for the white floor. I just think it looks better. And there's one window as well. But I'm just very happy with how it's turned out. So if you did enjoy the video, leave a like. It means a lot. If you made it this far, comment and let me know what you think. And subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you in the next one.